First, democracy of an African country is being tested once again, as another longtime head of state succeeds in changing the constitution to prolong his stay in power. Today, the spotlight is on Rwanda, where President Paul Kagame could potentially lead the Central African country until the year 2034. My colleague Esther Gizuyu has more.
It comes as no surprise that Rwandan President Kagame, who has been the de facto leader for the last 20 years, would like to continue ruling the country for another decade or so. In a politically calculated move, Rwandans voted last month in a national referendum to support constitutional amendments to allow him to run for the top office again. And just 1 month before the referendum, the United States asked President Kagame to respect the Constitution and leave office when his term ends. John Kirby, spokesman for the U.S. Department of State.
We expect President Kagame to follow through on the commitments he has made previously to foster a new generation of leaders in Rwanda and to step down at the end of his current term in 2017.
The call, however, fell on deaf ears, and results indicate that 98% of voters supported the changes, which will potentially allow the 58-year-old president to rule the country for another 17 years. The move was quickly criticized by the U.S. In a statement, John Kirby said, quote, "The United States is deeply disappointed that President Kagame has announced his intention to run for a third term." The statement also said, quote, "We're particularly concerned by the changes that favor one individual over the principle of democratic transitions." And in what some analysts say may have been a response to his critics, President Kagame tweeted saying, quote, "There are quite many very disappointing things happening across the globe. We hope to carry our own burden and not be a burden to others." President Kagame joins a list of long-serving African leaders who are clinging to power, among them Denis Sassou Nguesso, Benin's Boni Yayi, Uganda's Yoweri Museveni, Zimbabwe's Robert Mugabe, and even the DRC's Joseph Kabila, whose mandate ends in November, but has yet to announce an election date, clearly stating he would not run again. Kagame has been at the helm since his ethnic Tutsi rebel army, the Rwandan Patriotic Front, ended the 1994 genocide by majority Hutu extremists, in which an estimated 800,000 people were killed, the majority of them ethnic Tutsis, in just 100 days. Unlike many heads of state in the region, Kagame enjoys countrywide support and is credited by many Rwandans as a champion of reconciliation, which has seen many ethnic Hutus and Tutsis living side by side 20 years after the genocide that shocked the world and deeply wounded and divided the country. Kigali has also emerged as an economic hub in the region, and Kagame's supporters are quick to point out the gains the country has attained during his long tenure. In a televised New Year message, President Kagame addressed the nation in Kinyarwanda, thanking them for allowing him to lead the country beyond 2017, saying, quote, "Given the importance and consideration you attach to this, I can only accept." Esther Gizuyu, VOA News, Washington.
Thank you, Esther, for that report.